Hey Grand Rapids Chamber members, here with another episode of Tech Riffs. My name's Killian Smith and I'm a systems engineer here at Worksighted. Today's a really awesome episode because I have with me one of our field engineers out of our West Michigan office, Cody. How you doing, Cody?
Great, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So one of the things I wanted to talk to you about today was security. We just ran our West Michigan IT report and we found that 35% of the businesses that we talked to said that security was among their top 3 concerns for their organization, especially related to IT security. So, you've been doing this field engineer thing for quite a while now. What are some things, we'll say over the past year, that you've seen in the field?
Yeah, well, I've definitely noticed a few things common between like all industries that I work with. That would be password management, falling for phishing emails, and then just physical security of your devices.
Okay, yeah, that list covers a lot of different things. So the first thing you said was password management. What do you mean by that?
Yeah, that covers a couple of different things. The first one having like too simple of a password, password 1 or something like that. It's very easy for hackers or anybody else to guess it. So you want to have something more complex that somebody can't guess. And the other thing would be avoiding having your password somewhere obvious, sticky noted to your laptop or underneath your keyboard. You like to think within the business you can trust everybody, but it just protects you that if somebody does have malicious intent, your password isn't sitting there open for other people to use and pin your name on something.
Right, because like if you had your password out in the open and I wanted to do something wrong or something to hurt the company and I guessed your password, everything that I did, like my digital fingerprint, so to speak, would all be yours. They would be in Cody's name,
exactly.
Right? And, we want to make sure we keep honest people honest, definitely, for sure. Okay, and then the next thing you said was phishing emails. Why don't you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, we've seen an increase in that over the last year or so. A lot of that being people getting emails from Microsoft or even from internal to the company, but they're fake emails. And they're clicking on these links and getting their computer infected or the entire company infected, which is not what you want. The other thing that we've been seeing an increase of is phone calls. So people claiming to be from Microsoft or another company saying that you have a virus or something wrong with your computer and trying to gain access to your computer. The only one that should be remoting into your computer is your IT department.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you don't know who you're talking to on the other end of the line, definitely the best stance to take is to be suspicious. This one is such a big deal that we actually did Tech Riffs recently. You can click the link below to go to that video on how to spot a fake phishing email and kind of some steps you can take to protect yourself. So the third thing was physical security. What do you mean by that?
Yeah, so that would be a couple different things. One would be just always locking your computer. When you walk away for a couple of minutes to get a cup of coffee, go to the restroom, whatever it is, just get in the habit, always lock your computer. And this carries over to then when you take your laptop on the road, coffee shop, working from hotels, wherever the case may be, you're just in the habit, you're always locking it. The other would be your phone. People don't think about it, but there's a lot of personal information and company information through emails coming into your phone. So it's good to have a password there and always keep that locked when you're not holding on to it.
Yeah, that's a great point. The thing I like about most of the stuff on that list is that the users have so much control over everything on that. Being careful of your passwords, watching out for the phishing emails and just making sure that you lock your stuff when you walk away. That's all stuff that you have direct control over, which I think is really, really great. Well, thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you.
Really great to have you. And that's a wrap for us, which means it's time for my shameless plug. You can learn more about this and other cool tips and tricks by going to www.worksighted.com.